just go with the website called python.org, and then you can download your latest version according to your compiler or your computer features. And then you can also download the Python community version is fine. Just type cmd in the control panel and it directs you into the command prompt. Just type python hyphen version. When you click on this, you'll be getting the Python version over here. And this is the standard version of the Python which your computer possesses, like which we have downloaded. I'll just navigate you through the Python community edition. So here you'll be having, you can create folders and everything files. And then you can see over here files and you're running. And this is the terminal where you will be getting all the outputs. You can just go over here and click the terminals. You'll be getting PowerShell or any other terminal you require. Or you can just simply create your own file. Let's create our own file. Click on new or anywhere or anywhere on the screen. New Python file. Say your new file as hello. Yep, we have created our new Python file. Python has a very basic syntax. Just write print and enclose. I have written just print hello world. It's a basic syntax. When you just click on run here, you'll be seeing the output here. So Python follows a just a basic syntax. See, give a tab space and write something, print, enclose something in hello. It leads to an indentation error. As you see, Python just follows indentation because it has to be in the left side of the margin. Now you get the output. See, you can also perform the basic calculations like print 344 into 345, something around like this. And then you can also get your output here. You can perform anything just enclosing in the print statement itself. Let's see comments. And for the comments, we use hash symbol and write something. Comments are better for understanding because comments provide us about the information about the data types or the function or the variables. After some time, when you see or some other person see a code, he or she can't understand like what you have written, what you have used, as we can't use the variables names again and again and modify them. So comments provides us a description like what function is used for, like how these variables are declared, everything. This is a single line comment. If you want to write it multi-line comment, you can just use the hash symbol same for the multiple lines, or you can just enclose them in the triple quotes. These are the multi-line comments, and we are done with the comments. And now just see about the interpreter. As I told earlier, see, I write hello plus C. It just prints, just see what it prints because it takes it as entire script. If you say print C, the compiler or interpreter system basically doesn't know what is C. And I'll just write here print D. Now when I click on run, it's saying error in the line 3 because print C is not declared. Let me make this line comments, and comments are also used if you don't want to execute a particular line of code. And I have commented this line print C and then just run. Now it's saying the error in print D, but it has executed each and every line. See, you got the output as hello world, hello plus C, and the numerical value because it keeps on executing each and every line and it generates the output. When it comes to the line 8, it got an error, so it throws the error. So let's remove this line too. And then, yeah, you're done with your first program and you got to know about the syntax, basic syntax, and how to print something, and about the single line comments and the
these are very basic programs. We'll be going with both manually and also by using the functions. So firstly, we need to find the sum of all the elements in an array. So if you go with the array 1, 2, 3, sum of array gives your output. Sum of is used to give the output. The output will be 6. What if you want to go with the manually? So for each iteration, we will be getting the value and we will be initializing a value sum equals to 0. For each and every iteration accessing of this element, we add the sum value. Sum plus equals to array of I. Okay. In the same way, if you go with the maximum and the minimum value, min of and max of used to return the minimum and maximum values. But we can also go with the manual basic syntax. Suppose 1, 3, 4. Minimum, okay, 2, 1, 3, 4. I'm going to initialize minimum max equals to array of 0, that is 2 here. Okay. So for each and every iteration, I write the logic as I'll compare. Suppose 2. If 2 is less than minimum, then I'm going to assign this minimum to 2. Suppose if the number here we get, it is greater than maximum, then maximum value is this number. So if you go with this logic, 2. 2 is less than minimum, it's false. So we'll go with the next iteration and check 2 is greater than max. No, those are equal. And so minimum, max are equal to 2. So next iteration we go with 1. 1 is less than minimum. So minimum is assigned with 1. 1 is greater than max? No. So max stays 2 itself. Next iteration 3. 3 is less than minimum? No, false. Minimum remains constant. And 3 is greater than maximum value 2. Yes, so max is 3 now. Again, next iteration 4. 4 is less than minimum? No. So minimum remains constant. And 4 greater than maximum? Yes, 4 is greater than 3. Now max will become 4. If you go with the complete iteration process, we return with the minimum value as 1, maximum value as 4, right? So let me execute these codes. Okay. Okay, let me take this array. Okay, let me print sum first. Okay, you got the sum as 15. If you go with the minimum, and let me also print max. See, you got your minimum value and maximum value. Let me go with for I in range of 0 comma length of the array, that is len of array. Firstly, out of the for loop, let me initialize s equals to 0, s plus equals to, or you can also go with s equals to sum plus the array of I value. And then come out of the for loop and print your sum. Okay. Now let me execute this. You got the same output 15 as how I showed in the looping. So in the same way, if we go with the minimum, let me initialize minimum equals to array of 0 and max equals to array of 0. Now let me go with the iteration for I in range of 0 comma length of array, length of array, and then check if num, okay, if I is less than minimum, okay, it's taking its function. Let me write full names, minimum, maximum. If I less than minimum, then minimum equals to num equals to I. Check for max also. If I is greater than maximum, maximum equals to I. Okay. Come out of the for loop, print minimum, print maximum. Let me run this. Okay, if I less than minimum, okay, I'm going with the iteration, right? Array of I have to specify. Then minimum equals to array of, because we are going with the index. See, you got your minimum and maximum values, right? 1 and 5. So let me go with the next one. Find the sum of positive numbers. So you can go with the iteration, and for each and every element, like for I in array, if I is greater than 0, then add s plus equals to this array of I. Frequency of element, you can go with the count of and return the number. And we need to print the count even and odd numbers. Let me tell you how to print even and odd numbers and sum of positive numbers. See, what if I keep here minus, minus, okay. For I in array, if I greater than 0, that is positive number, sum plus equals to I, print sum, and let me initialize the sum equals to 0. Okay, let me run this. So you got your output as 7. 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is 7. So now I need to find even count and odd count. Let me initialize even count is 0, odd count is 0. For I in array, what is the logic for even number? If I mod 2, like it is perfectly divisible by 0, then we give with even count as 0. Even count plus equals to 1. Else, if it is not divisible by 2, then we can tell the number is odd number. So if the number is odd number, we're gonna increase the odd count. And let me print even count and odd count. Okay, let me remove, keep my all my values positive here, and let me run this. See, you got your even count as 2 and odd count as 3. As you check, 2, 4 are even numbers, and odd count is 1, 3, and 5. Let's see with the next program. Rotate an array with k value. So what is the rotation of k value? Suppose values are 1, 2, 3, 4. Rotate an array with value 2. Suppose if k is 2. Okay. You have to rotate your value 2. So what the rotation? Rotate these two values to front. Like the result should be 4, 5, 1, 2. What if the k value is 3? Then you go with 3 values and take this front. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Like the cyclic rotation of the array. Okay. How to do this? Let me go with the simple logic and the basic logic. Say numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, right? What I am going to take is, I need to rotate. So this part, right? I am making this into 2. I'll take a new list. Okay. I'll, through the value of k, I will access this list, and first I'll append this list to here, and next I will access this list and append. So the answer would be 4, 5, 1, 2. So I'll break the list and append it into a new list, like dividing the list and applying the operation. Kind of similar to divide and conquer, how we divide the array and break. So what if it needs to be, what if the question asks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? You need to make it into, divide it into two parts and rotate 5, 6, 3, 4, 1, 2. Like this, you can go and divide and rotate. And finding the duplicates in an array. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Duplicates are 2, 3. We'll go with the coding. I'll explain it. Firstly, let's complete rotating an array with k value. So this is the k value. Let me initialize the k value as 2. Okay. Let me create a new list, empty list. Now for I in range of, let me access the last part, length of array minus k. Length of array minus k, comma, length of array up to end. So 5 is the length round. 5 minus 2 is 3. So the first 1 to 3 elements are removed. From 3 to we will be starting the count, right? So like this, we will add this to new dot append, new list, new dot append of array of 5. Let me append this into new. And we have added the last part. Now we have to add the first part. For I in range of length of array minus k. You will be getting up to 3. New dot append of array of I. Let me print the new list. Give the output. You got your output as 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Got my point? And let me go with the duplicates. Okay, I'm removing this code. For the duplicates, first I will create two lists. Seam equals to and duplicate equals to a list. I'll assign to list. For each and every value in the array, I'll check if it is a new list, like a new item is added. I'll put it into scene. I'll add it into new item. I'll add it into scene. For each and every time, I check the element if it is in scene and it is not in duplicates. Like if the data is seen already, then we have to add it in duplicates, right? So I'll add it to duplicates. What if it is seen and it is not in duplicates only? Because if the value 2 is acquired 3 times, for the first time 2 is added, I'll go and add it into scene data. And the next time, if we go with the scene and it is not in duplicates, right? So I'll go and add it into duplicates. At third time, if we go with the scene, it is in scene true and it should not be in duplicates. If we don't write this condition, it again adds. So if the duplicates array will be 2, 2, right? So it should not be in duplicates. It should be unique and it should not be in duplicates. So let's go with the logic. Scene equals to new list and duplicates equals to new list. Okay. For I in array, if I in scene, it is in scene list and I not in duplicates. Duplicates dot append of I. Append this number. Else, like it is not in scene. So you have to add this scene dot append of I. Now print the duplicates. Okay, let me run this. Because there are no duplicates here, right? So let me add this list. 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay. See, 3, 2, 1 are the duplicates here. So like this, you get to write. If you want, you explore other new coding questions. Okay.
First n natural numbers, printing Fibonacci series, GCD. We can also do these all in the basic programming concepts, but let's see how to do it in the recursion concepts. Let's move on to Python. Okay, let me go and write how to print the sum of n natural numbers. Sum of n numbers, it takes the value of n. If n equals to 1, I am going to return the 1. If not, I am using the recursion call of returning the n number plus sum of n minus n minus 1. Okay, print sum of n of 5. Check with the output. If you go and see with the logic here, for each and every time n is 5 now. So 5 plus what is the next number we'll be getting? 4, right? Sum of n minus 1. N minus 1 is 4. 4, it goes and check 4 equals to 1. No. It adds 4 plus and it calls sum of n minus 1, that is 3. If we go with 3, 3 plus sum of 2. If we go with sum of 2, 2 plus sum of 1. The sum of 1 gives 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5 is 15 will be the result. So instead of this, we can go with the basic logic also. In recursion, we are seeing how to use this number. Recursion is something where the function definition uses the function call itself. So now let's see how to print the Fibonacci series. As you all know, Fibonacci series is something where we have a consecutive series. The first digits are always 0 and 1. And to get the third digit, we add the previous two digits. 0 plus 1 is 1. To get the next digit, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. Like this Fibonacci series continue. Let's write the code to print the Fibonacci series using recursion. So let me name this as def Fibonacci n, passing the parameter. If it is the first, suppose if n equals to 1, like we have only one digit we have to print, then obviously the Fibonacci series would be 0, right? If n equals to 2, the second digit always should be 1. So if from third onwards, we will be going with the previous terms, Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2 in a series. So let me print Fibonacci series, print of Fibonacci of n. Sorry, say n5. You got your output as 3. Let's check. 0, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. So nth term in the Fibonacci series is 3. You got your output right. So let's check with the next program of finding the greatest common divisor. GCD concepts. GCD, it's a very simple tool and code where GCD stands for greatest common divisor. If you go with 15, you can write it as 5 into 3, 30, 5 into 3 into 2. So what are the common here? This is common, this is common. GCD, greatest common divisor of the two numbers would be 5 into 3, that is 15. This is how you calculate the manually. So how I calculate is, let me take the greater number, 30. I'll divide it with 15, 2, right? Until I get 0, I divide it, and if it is true, then the number would be the GCD, like the result. So let's write the code. Def GCD of A comma B, B equals to 0, return A, else return GCD of B comma A mod B. Print GCD of 30 comma 15. Run this. You got your output. Say 30 comma 45. This is also 15, right? So this is how we write. Now let's see the next program, that is count digits in a number, like how many number of digits in a number and finding the power of a number. Suppose the number is 148. So 148, how many digits are there in this number? We have 3 digits. We know how to get the last digit by performing the modulus operation with 10 or dividing the complete with the floor. So let's write the code. Def count digits of n, count value is 0. Suppose if n equals to 0, return 0, else return 1 plus count of n floor division 10. Print of count of 143. Run this. See, you got your output as 3. What if it is 1435? It's a very simple, as you see. Now let's go and find the power of a number. Suppose the base is 2. Suppose 5 cube. Base is 5. Exponent is 3. Base and exponent. So we need to find, multiply the base. How many times? Exponent number of times. It can be 6 power 5 or 7 power 8, anything. So let's see how we write in the coding format. Define the function name power, where the parameters are base and exponent, and then if exponent is equals to 0, okay, sorry, if exponent equals to 0, anything power to the 0 is always results 1, so return 1, else then return base into, again repeat the function power of, like already we have multiplied one time, so next we have to multiply n minus 1 of times. Suppose the number is 3, we multiplied number into, we have to multiply it to 3 times. So 3 into, now how many times you have to multiply? 3 in 2 times, and that is n minus 1 times. So here that is the logic here. Base into power of same base, comma. Now I am making exponent minus 1. Okay, let me put comma here. Okay, let's find print of base is power of function of base is 2, whereas power is 3. Check with the output, you got your output as 8, whereas if the exponent is 1 and the number would be some 26786, even then the output should be, we have to get the output as 1. Same, if the exponent is 0, then you'll be getting whatever the value, it has 1. So if we go with the check with the base of 5 and the power is of 10, that is 5 power 10. Within fraction of seconds, you get the output, right? So this is how we use the logic of using the recursion concepts. You're done with the programs. You can start using the recursion concepts for the basic high-end programs.